really difficult to get some good calls in here. Why are Jews regarded as God's chosen people specifically? Really complex questions that are difficult for me to answer. I'd say probably because, when it comes to the foundation of Israel, the Holy Land, it was us. I mean, really at most basic level, we built the Temple of David, which was, basically our holiest temple, right smack dab middle of it. Of course, now it is on the outside of the state of Israel that currently exists, and Mecca is built on top of it. But feel free to continue asking questions. They're good questions. Not sure I want to answer that question. Seems a little inappropriate. Feel free to ask maybe more veiled questions without. Do you consider the Book of Enoch and the Book of Giants, which was found with the Dead Sea Scrolls, valid in Judaism? I think that's a very, yet again, a complex question. All right, you're on. Go ahead. Do you have any questions? All right. Good call. That's a really good question. Should they be considered valid within the Torah? I think when it comes to that, I think it's pretty much written already. It's difficult to put out a part 2 of the Torah. I think we're just a little bit set in our ways to consider updating what we already believe to be pretty much the Word of God. Okay, so he has a specific question for Gabriel. Who are you and why are you here?
Oh, I'm, as was mentioned earlier when the start of the show, I'm here to support my friend Joseph in running his first stream in a while.
Okay, we have a call here. All right, go ahead, you're on.
Oh my god, am I really on air right now?
Yeah, you're on. Go ahead with your question.
Alright, so, holy crap. Sorry, I get really hyped because I'm like, alright, so is Matt, okay, this is like a legitimate question, not even kidding right now. Is it a sin to masturbate being a Jew?
Well, it's definitely not something we like to talk about here because it is supposed to be a show for the youth, but yes, it is a sin. Any use of your seed other than in the other than in procreation in Judaism, it is a sin.
Oh, alright. I also want to say, one to three in the chat, please.
Oops, seem to have dropped that call. So in the New Testament, okay, let's just go ahead and keep answering calls. They seem to be coming in a little bit more steadily. All right, go ahead with your question. Thank you for calling. Hello? Might have lost him. Jesus claims that Jewish people are his chosen people. Therefore, it's regarded as common sense. Not to all. Definitely not to all. I do believe that may be considered a not well regarded opinion. Hello? I don't know if you can hear me. I am unable to hear you. Alright, will you start streaming more often now? Well, the show's been going pretty good, so I sure hope we can. Definitely getting some good calls so far here. I'd like to stay off of the more R-rated questions. I don't think that they're very appropriate for the current dialogue. Yeah, I am a firm believer in heaven, so I'm not sure about the thought of us going back to where we were. No, that yeah, your deeds in your current life are rewarded. Who was it that explained that to me? I know there was a great explanation for it. I don't want to misquote it, so I won't say. But all right. Feel free to call in. Got some good calls. It's a pretty good stream so far. I'm glad that some of our older fans are still with us. I'm definitely grateful to them for their loyalty. Okay. I have a specific question for Ivan. Why are white Gentiles proud members of their people, and why are the most proud members of the white race Mexican? Remember that Mexicans are white, also Mexicans are responsible for 99% of inventions and are members of the white race? Don't quite understand the question.
Me neither.
I don't know what you're suggesting there. Maybe a comment on evolution? I don't know. Definitely looking for more serious questions. I don't really understand what that question meant. I don't really understand kek. Feel free if anyone knows what that means. Kiki. Don't quite understand what that means. That's really strange. I don't know why I'm unable to hear people when they call in. Feel free to call back to ask us legit questions. We have nothing against people calling in for legit questions. Kek is the ancient Egyptian god of chaos. I did not know that. I don't know why I can't hear the people calling in. Hello? It's really strange. Do you believe the original Ark of the Covenant is here on Earth somewhere hidden? Well, Indiana Jones proved it, so it must be.
Well, that is a Catholic thing.
Well,
You think they could have it at the Vatican?
you never know.
Hello? Really don't understand why I'm unable to hear the callers. It's really strange. Sometimes when I'm sleeping in my bed, there's... I almost actually read that out. Hi, thanks for calling. What was your question?
Hello, what's your opinion on the Lord and Savior Kek?
I don't quite understand so the god of chaos is Kek. I'm not Egyptian, and I don't really go after.
Okay, I'm fine with that. So how was you guys' night?
So far so good. We're just looking for good questions. Did you have a question?
Sadly no, but in a few hours or maybe minutes I will come up with them and I will call back. But for now, praise Kek.
All right, thank you. Don't quite understand with the obsession with Kek. Okay, nope. You guys believe that secular people of the Jewish race are unbelievers? I think non-believers is the proper term. I wouldn't think anything of them. If you are good in your life, then you will be rewarded. Hello?
Alright, so last call was a troll, but this is legit. So I was wondering if you guys, like, Jewish people believed in heaven and hell?
Hell not so much. Heaven, definitely.
Are there, like, 10 commandments
The Ten Commandments are from the Jewish religion.
Oh, well, that was a retarded ass question. I think so. Bye.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, thanks for calling. What was your question?
I can explain Kek to you.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So Kek is like the god of Pole. He is our savior.
The god of Pole? Like Poland?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
Poland. And he guides us through everything. And all I wanted to say is Shadowlay, praise Kek.
All right, thank you.
1488.
Okay.
Shadowlay.
I don't quite understand, but thank you. Okay. Interesting question. Only please, like anti-Semitic, like ancient Semitic. OMG, Ivan is laughing. Ivan. Chatelet. I don't quite understand what that means. My Mexican parents are proud members of the... Alright, I'm not going to answer these ridiculous questions. Hello?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hi, thanks for calling. What was your question?
Praise Kek. Kek. Praise Kek. Everybody praise Kek. Can I get a praise Kek in chat, please?
Alright, thank you for calling. Not a very appropriate call. We're looking for questions, not for theater.
Hi, I'm sorry to start you off like this, but that last call was a troll call, and that should not be tolerated, you know?
For sure.
I have a question about, actually, religion.
Okay, go ahead.
What's it, how did it first, like, start up? Like, how did it first begin?
How did religion start?
No, like, how did Judaism begin?
Well, God appeared in many different forms to the forefathers, and they transcribed that, and it was passed on from generation to generation.
Oh, okay. Because, I live in an area with, like, a lot of, this is not, like, messed up. I live in an area with a lot of, like, Orthodox Jewish people, and I'd like to know, like, yeah, I'd just like to know, like, what the religion is about, mainly, what they do. So, oh, by the way, what's it? Praise Kek and 1v1 me on Rust. That's it.
Love to take a serious call. I don't quite understand these questions. Thank you for calling the Jewish Youth Chatline. Go ahead. I do apologize. All right, go ahead. You're on.
Hey, that last call claiming that I was a troll was a faggot. Please, can you kill him?
Thou shalt not kill.
All right, let's go ahead and just move on to maybe a better call. Again, we're definitely not going to anger. We need to remain vigilant, even in the face of adversity. Can Mexicans be Jewish? Anyone can be Jewish as long as you read and understand the Torah and pledge yourself to God. Definitely not the best first stream for us to bring on my friend Gabriel here, but, hopefully we'll do better. Thank you for calling the Jewish Youth Chatline. Go ahead.
State Ministry of Health calling. Am I speaking to the adult of the house?
Did you have a question?
Great. So, I'm supposed to read this announcement here real quick. We are calling all the affected homes in your area to bring you up to proactive steps your government is taking to address the current situation. Were you aware of this?
I think you might have reached me at a bad time here. We're actually doing
Okay.
a chat line.
So, hold on just a second. I got another thing to read here. Recent sightings and inspection of insect feces in your area have confirmed a outbreak of the Eurasian blood cockroach, a non-native species that presents a potential threat to public health, especially to small dogs. In response, the ministry has activated its public health protocol to safeguard you and your family. You understand so far?
Yeah, but I got to take more calls. I do appreciate you letting me know, though.
All right, so basically, we found these real sneaky blood roaches in your area, about the size of your palm. We have to, contain them. I mean, like real nasty little things. They can just about eat a small dog. I'm telling you, if you got like one of those pugs with like the breathing problem or like a chihuahua, I'd lock them up right now. Okay, so it says ministry representatives will be attending your zip code in the upcoming week in order to conduct detailed tests on your home.
Okay, I'm going to have to hang up on you. I do appreciate that, though.
Are necessary.
All right.
Be denied entry to your property until the tests are complete.
Very unusual.
Thank you for calling. Go ahead with the question.
Alright, so I might come back with another legit question, but I have a question. Why do you guys wear those caps on your head? Is that what does that represent?
It's a reminder that God's always above us, truly. I'm not quite a rabbi yet, so I can't answer that to my fullest extent, but it's the best way.
What power does a rabbi have?
I mean, we're not like, rabbis aren't wizards. It's that I would be more knowledgeable.
I mean, what can they do? Like, can they convert people?
Of course. Given the correct
What
circumstances.
I have to do to be converted?
To be converted, you'd have to go to a local synagogue and ask a local rabbi. Every rabbi will expect something different. I imagine that there's a basic set of rules, but I don't know them.
What if I don't have a local synagogue?
It's tough. I would just suggest that you read scripture and try and get educated as best as you can. The belief will come with it.
Alright, thanks, man. You have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
That was a very good call.
Yeah, good call. Thank you for calling. Go ahead with your question.
Hi, yes, 1 second. Can a rabbi airbend,
Airbend?
like from the Avatar? Like, I'm really curious. Can a rabbi, airbend, waterbend, type shit?
Interesting question. Hopefully I will be endowed with the magical powers he's talking about. I was thinking James Cameron's Avatar, though. Airbend, waterbend. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, the stream is far behind. I do appreciate the questions, guys. You guys are doing real good. Thank you for calling the Jewish Youth Chatline. Go ahead with your question.
Hi, I called in previously, but that airbending question got me, curious. So, once you become a rabbi, can you control fire and air and all that?
Not quite a logical question. I don't believe that magical powers do exist. God is the only real waterbender.
Is it magic against Judaism or something?
I don't quite understand that question. God is the magician. God is the one that does true magic.
Oh, okay. So not the rabbis.
No, rabbis are not magical and do not have power over elements.
But even if they airbend,
I still don't quite understand.
so
All All right. Can't quite humor that. Go ahead, you're on.
So, you just said that God can waterbend. Is that true?
Well, yeah, of course.
He can literally, like, get water up. I'm just kidding. I have a legit question though. Who made the religion of, like, who made the Jewish religion? Does anyone know?
God.
God, alright, cool, bye.
Not getting the best calls here. The stream is this. There are streams of you guys all over YouTube, so people see that and come here to mess with you more. Are people posting this? Really hope not. These are not the most savory experiences for viewers. Or for the ones doing it either. Kind of really gotten off topic here. I do appreciate that some of you are taking this seriously, but I do believe we could take a few more calls, but we may have to table this for another time. It's pretty hot. Alright, go ahead, you're on.
Hey, you said Jesus was not Jesus, I'm sorry, you said God was a magician?
Well, in the most basic sense of terms, yes, God is a magician. He works, he works in mysterious ways.
Does he do birthday parties?
It's not funny. Insulting God is not something that is funny. I used him as a magician as an example to maybe explain how his powers work. It appears to have gotten across incorrectly. All right, go ahead. You're on.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, I was calling because Hitler did nothing wrong, you fucking Jewish faggot.
All right. Don't think I can take much more of that. I'll go ahead and call it an end at this point. That was all. I don't want to get upset here, but saying something like that was pretty overboard. We bring on my good friend Gabriel, and this is how we say hello. This just goes to show you the kind of people that exist in America today is hateful people spewing their hate speech. Thank you for calling the Jewish Youth Chatline. Go ahead.
Hi, yes. Is there such thing as a Jewish Aryan Brotherhood?
It's not.
It's a legitimate question.
I don't know.
Because I've seen Jewish people in my area walk around with the suits and swastikas on the suits. It's kind of strange.
How do you know that they're Jewish?
Because they're wearing a yarmulke usually. Like the little kids are wearing yarmulkes, and it's pretty much not very hard to distinguish what they are. Oh, and what's your opinion on the Muslim religion?
My opinion on the Muslim religion?
Yeah.
I don't quite understand what you mean.
What's your opinion on what they do? How they execute gays in their country?
I don't have any evidence of that, and I don't believe that you do either. I've never heard of anything like that.
Well, in my defense, it's all over Google, which is not very of a credible source, but everyone uses Google these days. And to praise Keck, what's the deal with that?
I'm not sure. I've never heard of it until today.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Because it's been going on many, many years.
I'm not very in league with people that are
And also, have you seen the video of Chief Keef dancing to Alabama Nigger?
Go ahead.
Hi, in my class they were
talking about like Judaism and Catholics and everything. And we were sitting in my class, and my teacher was talking to us. It was pretty cool. And then all of a sudden, my teacher looks at me, and he says, "Okay, Matthew, what do you think about the Jews might make after perform?"
I didn't quite hear that. I'm not going to comment on perceived murder. All right, go ahead. You're on.
Yo, I just wanted to say that you guys are doing great, and excuse my sailor mouth, but screw all the trolls, they're dicks, and yeah, just keep it up, dude. Bye.
Thank you.
Very supportive.
Who knows that Muslims execute homosexuals? I'd love to see evidence of that. I'd love to see evidence of that. All right. I really hope nobody heard that. All right, go ahead. You're on.
Hey, does it make you upset all the Jews that were slaughtered in the Vietnamese War?
Never heard that.
Oh, here, I'll provide a link for you. Let me just... If you want to hang on for me 1 sec. So you know Huffington, you know that news source?
The Huffington Post?
Yes, that's the one.
I'm aware of it.
If you go to a post on January 1st, 2013, it tells about all that.
Okay, thank you.
No, wait, man, I gotta ask you a question about this. Was any of your family there?
In Vietnam?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
Yes.
You got kind of a reverse Hitler stash going on. You grew everything except for Hitler had his. A sensei beard, sorry.
Thank you for calling. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to touch on it. The question of the
I'm sorry, I don't quite... Okay, go ahead.
I just pulled up a list, and there are several. So it varies from like 10 to 13 countries, but on the Washington Post they list 10, including Yemen, Iran, Mauritania, Nigeria, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan, Somalia, Sudan.
I don't quite understand. What are you suggesting?
Those are countries where it's punished by death.
There are countries where what?
Homosexuality is punished by death.
And has that ever been taken out? Has that ever been used? Has anyone ever been executed for those crimes that you're claiming are illegal?
Absolutely. In 2014, people including sorcery.
Including sorcery. So here's the deal. Everyone keeps calling in talking about how they're executing homosexuals, saying it's illegal, but I keep asking, is there any proof of that? And none of you can prove it? You can just say that it's illegal and therefore it's true? I mean, this is the issue with you alt-right people, is that you have no argument. All right, go ahead, you're on. All right, go ahead.
When's the yarmulke giveaway?
There's no yarmulke giveaway. I don't have the money like that. Feel free to donate.
Oh, dude, I don't. That's why I was asking you, because I gotta prepare for my friend's bar mitzvah on the 23rd.
All right, send me some money and I'll send you a yarmulke. Capitalism.
All right, bet.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's kind of getting to the point of no return at this point. Interesting. All right, go ahead.
So the guy in the middle's name is Gabe?
His name is Gabriel, yes.
More like gay.
All right. Yep, so it was pretty much done when you guys were insulting Ivan. Now we're insulting Gabriel. All right, go ahead.
Hi. First of all, I'd love to welcome the new guy in the middle.
Gabriel.
I'd love to give Gabriel like a warm welcome. It's his first time. And back on the topic, can rabbis waterbend? Honestly, I won't know. I just want to know. It's making me really sad. I just want to go. Oh, by the way, is there a yarmulke giveaway going on? Because my friend told me there was a yarmulke giveaway, so I think I can mail you guys one if you want to give it away. I can mail you guys a ton of crap actually. Let me look around my room. Oh look, I can mail you guys $10 so you can give that away.
Sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind at all. Just give me your phone number, your social security number, and your your email address, password, your email address, and I will. That's all I need.
All right, I'll make sure to send it to you. All right.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Praise Keck.
Ugh. Such a good call until the praise keck, because clearly those people are trolling. That's good-hearted fun. I'm totally all right with someone making innocent jokes such as that. The yarmulke giveaway is entertaining at this point. Yamaha giveaway, that is slightly funny. All right, go ahead. You're on.
Ivan, more like I like Ivan.
All right, go ahead. You're on.
Hi, it's me again, and I have to say, Gabriel and Ivan, well, Ivan especially, you are a legend, my friend. You are a legend.
Ivan's a great guy,
He's fantastic.
for sure.
He makes my day. And Gabriel, I don't want you to feel left out. You're a pretty cool dude too.
Thank you.
And you host the show. I don't even know your name,
Joseph.
but Joseph. Okay. Gabe, I hope you become the best vlogger in all of Kyrgyzstan. I hope we all become great waterbenders.
All right, I think that's where we're going to call it. Seems to have gotten a little bit out of hand. I do appreciate you guys watching. We may do this again sometime. Sometime soon, possibly. It was somewhat of a good show, but we got a little bit too stuck on some ridiculous topics. Like magic. I don't think that's very appropriate. Feel free to come to our Facebook page or follow us on Twitch so you know when we're going to stream next time. Let everyone know about the show, at least the people that are actually trying to help us. Well, either way, you guys have a great night. I do appreciate you watching. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Have a good night.